In this video, we're continuing with our tickets page with the table we created. We'll create some links and then add some CSS for styling. I'm going to highlight this text, make it a link, and we're going to make this an external link. So for this, I'm going to the internet, going to the web, using Google. I'm going to find AMC Theaters. Now we could go deeper, find the actual tickets page. Well, I'm just going to take the home page here for the sake of convenience. And with this selected, I can make it a link and enter that here. And enter. Good. Well, remember we can also work from the code view. So I'm going to highlight my second tickets and times here. Refresh my properties panel, properties HTML. I can make a link from the properties panel too, or just type it in from scratch if I like. Let me go back to Google Chrome, and I'm going to look for Starlight Theaters. Good old drive-in theater. Why not? I'm going to copy this. That's the URL, and I'm going to make that my link to the external sheet, external page. Okay, just as a reminder, a link href references the external website, and the words, the text between the two tags is what is linked. This is in the table data, within the table rows, within the table body, within the table. Let's go to the live view, and there's that icky text again. Because it's a link, it's that icky blue. So let's start adding some CSS rules, CSS styles to this website. I'm going to select the table. I can do this through the code view or the live view. I'm going to go to my CSS designer, current, add a new CSS rule or a selector, add a selector. It's going to say container main table. Now everything's in the container, so I can get rid of that little bit of code. Main table, good. And that should save that on my CSS sheet. How can I be sure where my code is going? If I check up here, if I go to all and I check up here to source, that's where going is where it's going here, movies.css. Back to this tag, I can add some properties, make sure show set is unselected. Let's go to the live view so we can see the properties as they're added. Do background color if I like, or background texture, background image, background gradient. And I think I'm going to choose this nice pink background, or maybe not. So just to show you, we can always change this stuff up. That's pretty nice. I can also add some layout CSS rules, CSS properties. Main table, layout, width is already at 90%. I could adjust the height, I'm not going to. What I want to adjust is the margin and maybe some padding. Now I have the width at 10% or 90%, so I have 10% left to use. I'm going to say 5% on the left and 5% on the right. I'm going to format the table rows. I'm going to make sure I'm on current, add a selector, Dreamweaver is going to call it table, table body TR. Sounds good. Hit enter. I'm going to go to the live view so I can see this. I could change that background again, background color, or background image. And sort of the honeycomb effect. Good. Now I can adjust the text within those cells and give it a little space on top, a little more space on the bottom. I don't really want to mess with the right and left at this point. I go to type text tool, change the color of my text, and make it bright. Change the font family if I want, and change the font styles if I would like, and font size. I'm going to make the size according to pixels and make it as big as you would like. Next, I'm going to go to my other data over here, add a new selector. Instead of table data this time, instead of table header, it's table data this time, TD. And I can hit enter. Format the text. Font family if I'd like. I think I like the font it's at. Change the font size. And I have these preset sizes, or I can do it according to the pixels. I think I'll do the preset large size. That looks good. I can go back to layout, and I could adjust the margins and the padding. I could also go to text, align center. Okay, there we are. My final adjustment here is going to be with that link text, that ugly blue. I'm going to add a new selector, TRTDA for link. Good, enter. Change the font color to something else. Maybe a nice pink. I could get rid of that font decoration by clicking none. And I could also do something like a text shadow. Blur it out and change the color. Nice, gives a little bit of a hovering effect. I could click this again. Actually, I'll add another selector and call that TRTDA, which means links. Hover, and I should be able to make a hover rule. I'm just going to change the text color. And there we go. Nice. So these will link to the home pages for those theaters. File, save all, and I'm going to check this out on the web here. There we go. Looks pretty nice. And the links work. So a simple way to make a table with HTML and CSS. This is your page, so you can add any other images you want to this. It's entirely up to you. I can go to Insert, Image, before, and find one of these images, any image I want. Good. So let's look at the code view. There's our different table roles, table header, table data, and we can see there's a link to some CSS rules, and I can view those on my CSS page at the bottom. And there's all my table CSS rules. In the next video, we'll create the contact page.